Hey everyone, I've officially been living in Walt Disney World for a little over a month now, which is crazy to me, and I'm going to talk all about it. I'm going to talk about the program, how I'm liking it so far, my jobs, the hours, all of that kind of stuff, because I know there's a lot of new people who want to apply, and they may have questions and things, so I just kind of want to do this like a little 1 month telling of everything that's been going on. So I hope you guys enjoy. Here we go. So the Disney College program is basically an internship where you get to work at Walt Disney World. So you apply online at disneyprograms.com or just search Disney College Program/apply, and I'm sure something will pop up where you basically fill out this big long application. It will ask you a bunch of different questions like your arrival date, your departure date, and then if you get accepted, they will send you an email saying congratulations, you've been accepted to the Disney College program. So here are some just general things that people have had questions about of people who I've been talking to about the DCP. So basically you are either down here for about 4 or 6 months. So they'll give you an arrival date and a departure date. My arrival date was June 21st and my departure date is January 6th. So that means that I get to move down to Florida on June 21st. And there's 2 housing options available. One, you can live here in Flamingo Crossing, which is the Disney College program kind of dorm apartment situation. So it's Disney housing provided. And basically how that works is every week you are charged rent, and that rent is going to depend on your room size, and then your rent comes directly out of your paycheck that you're getting from your job at Walt Disney World. Or you can opt out of housing and you find your own apartment down here in Florida, and that's more something if you plan on staying here kind of more long term. So now that we talked about kind of how to apply for the Disney College program and the housing situation, I just wanted to kind of really go into my experience. So first of all, I am custodial, the role of custodial at Hollywood Studios, and more specifically custodial at Galaxy's Edge. I am actually wearing my costume right now. I'll insert some pics of some costumes, which first of all, the costumes at Galaxy's Edge are so fun. Galaxy's Edge are so fun because you get a mix and match. There's like a couple different shirts, and now with the new Disney look guidelines, you can wear men's shirts or women's shirts, and there are shorts and skirts and long pants. So the Galaxy's Edge custodial costumes are honestly so much fun because you can literally wear something new every single day if you wanted to. You're not wearing the plain like white shirt and white shorts, so that is really fun. But before I get into that, I just kind of wanted to go in of what your first week here at Disney College program will look like. So what will happen is your first thing will be your check-in day. So you'll check in, you'll get here, you do your onboarding documents, and then you'll kind of settle into your new apartment, whether you're going to be at Flamingo Crossing or at your off-property apartment. First of all, I love Flamingo Crossing. I made a whole video right here kind of touring the area. It is beautiful. I love it. I have a 4x4, which means I have my own bathroom and my own bedroom, and I love it. It's fantastic. There's so much space, and we can decorate and put fun lights up and posters, and it's a good time. And my roommates, by the way, are the best. I love them dearly. So I've had no problem with the housing situation. Everything's lovely. There are 2 pools. They have parties. They have events at Flamingo Crossing like literally every night. It feels like they have movie nights, they have dance parties, they have like ice cream socials, like fun little activities. So there's a ton of stuff to do at Flamingo, and that's mainly what you're going to be doing your first week before you get your self-admission pass. So you have a couple of days to settle in, and then on Friday you have traditions where it's like an 8-hour-long company orientation where you dress up nice and business casual, and they kind of welcome you to the Disney company, and that's when you get your fun little name tag. So that's always fun. And then after that week, you start working. So you start training in your specific area. So like I said, I am working at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge as custodial. And I'll kind of talk a little bit about my experience at Galaxy's Edge. It has been so much fun. You basically get to play Star Wars every single day. The role of custodial kind of breaks down into a few things. You are going to be sweeping a lot, you're going to be changing trash cans, and you are going to be interacting with guests. Those are kind of like the 3 big things right there. Did I say bathrooms? I think I did, yeah. So basically how my custodial shift works, like a day-to-day, just basic custodial, not even with the added Galaxy's Edge stuff in, is I come in, I clock in. Usually I have either mid shifts or night shifts. So my mid shifts are sometimes between 10:30 and 6, and then my night shifts are 1:30 and 9. And it depends. I think they're extending it because park hours vary. So you may have like an hour or two more. So I come in, let's say for my closing shift at 1:30, I clock in, and then they hand you phone keys, and then you go get your broom. And basically how it works in Galaxy's Edge is we are assigned a different zone of the land to kind of keep track of. And we kind of just are in charge of making it look nice, right? We take our time, we pull trash cans, we sweep, we interact with guests, and if we're assigned a bathroom, we just make sure the bathroom is clean. And that's like the general gist of what I do on my day-to-day shifts. But what makes it really fun is all the added Star Wars stuff. And this is kind of where I wanted to get into working at Galaxy's Edge. So Galaxy's Edge is the new kind of Star Wars land at Disney Hollywood Studios, and it is fully immersive. So when you are a cast member at Galaxy's Edge, you are actually a Batuu resident, or for Custodio, you're Batuu Sanitation and you work for Oga, who runs kind of all of Black Spire Outpost. So some things that you can expect when you work at Galaxy's Edge is you're gonna get this awesome Star Wars class called Live Your Story, where they will basically take you around the land and give you all of the fun like story details, and you get to make your own backstory. You will have a fully fleshed out like kind of character so that you know where you fit in this Star Wars world. And there's some really fun things because we have a different language on Batuu, of course, because we're on a different planet. So instead of guests, we call them travelers, and bright suns, rising moons. There's a whole lingo that you get to learn, and it's really fun to learn and interact with guests and kind of play with kids. If you see people with lightsabers, you can kind of, talk about their scrap metal and, worry and be like, oh, hey, you don't want a stormtrooper to come and find you. It's a lot of fun interacting with everybody, and I love my coordinators and leaders, and everything honestly over there is going great. Yes, it is hot because you are outside for 90% of your shift, especially if you don't have a bathroom. If you have streets, you're going to be outside and you're going to be walking a lot. By the end of the shift, you are going to be tired because you're going to be on your feet, lifting, hauling, pushing, talking to people, running around. So it is definitely a very physical job, but I love it and I really wouldn't have it any other way. So I just kind of wanted to go on like a kind of day by day, like kind of what does my week look like at the Disney College program. So basically, usually I work 5 days a week. My shifts are about 7.5 or 8 hours long. Like I told you, my shift kind of consists of all this custodial roles and interacting with guests at Galaxy's Edge. So I usually wake up, get some breakfast, and I'll hang out, I'll get some work done, maybe edit a video or read or something, and then I'll have a shift, and then I'll do that for 5 days. And then the fun thing is you can do schoolwork on your off time, and then there's so many other fun things to do. Like if you get bored on the Disney College program, there's something wrong with you, because there's endless possibilities. You can hang out at Flamingo and their cool like lounge area. You can go to the pool. You can go to Universal if you have a Universal pass. I've done that many times. You can go to the park. So once you have your self-admission pass, once you make a park reservation, you can go to that park for free, which is awesome. And honestly, there's a lot of self-admission passes available right now. I know that was something that people were kind of worried about for this program, is would I be able to get into the park with blockout dates and that crazy thing. I honestly haven't had an issue. When I want to go to a park, I've been able to go. And even if I like reserve a park like Epcot or something in the morning, then I can park hop to Magic Kingdom. So it's really nice, just having that freedom and knowing that you can just go to the park whenever you want. If you want to go get dinner or get a Dole Whip at Magic Kingdom, you can, and then you can leave and it's gonna be there. So now I just kind of want to go into like my advice and general things for people starting the college program, or if people want to start the college program. So I would say some things to keep in mind is, number one, just try it. It is really, really awesome. I had a lot of doubts going into this, obviously, just like leaving my friends, leaving my families, leaving everything like, I knew at home, to come try this for a few months. And I have loved it. I've loved it. It's so much fun. I love my job. It's really fulfilling. I feel tired. I feel like worked. You know, I feel like I've done something at the end of the day that was like really substantial and fun, and you get to meet so many new people. There's literally, you could, if you wanted to, you could meet a new person every single day, whether it be a guest, whether it be somebody, you know, that works in your land, or just somebody who lives at Flamingo. Yeah, there's so many people like your age or around your age range here, and they're just all interested in Disney too, so at least you have a starting point of something to talk about. And there's so many things to do and your fun times off. So I would say if you're hesitant about doing it, just do it. You can always, if it's not for you, you try it out for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and you're like, hey, this isn't working for you, you can always go home, and it's not the end of the world. Like, no one's gonna judge you if you self-term or if you have to leave. Number 2, I'd really say, is just give your role and your location a chance. You may get a role and location on your itinerary that you're like, I really don't like this. You know, I don't want to work at Pinocchio Village in Magic Kingdom, but I would say just give everything a chance, because you never know what that's gonna come out of it. You know, even if you've never heard of the place before, like some of my roommate, you know, she never even been to Disney World before, and she's on Sunset Boulevard, and now she has all these friends, her coworkers, and she's got to meet so many different people. So there are pros and cons to every location. There's not going to be a single location that's perfect. There's not going to be a single role that's perfect. Everything has pros and cons, and everything you can take as a learning experience as something that's going to help you grow. And something that you can have a lot of fun with. No matter what your role is, you can have fun if you want to have fun. And I think that's the main thing that kind of like people's expectations get shattered, because they see their role, they see their location, and then they're just kind of down about it. Well, I would say just take it, own it, try and do it to the best of your ability. And again, if you are really not vibing with it, it's okay just to say like, you know what, I tried it and it wasn't my thing, but at least you tried it. So my last thing that I really wanted to say is, you are going to be so tired. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest with you. There were moments this past month where I have felt incredibly homesick. I have felt like, am I doing the right thing, you know, being here on this program? There are moments where you're gonna be, you know, broke and exhausted, and be like, oh, I wish I had more money for this, or, you know, like, I wish I could see my friends and my family back home. And that's totally okay. You know, like, I don't want to just be like, oh yes, do the Disney College program, it's gonna be amazing every single second. No, of course you're gonna have bad days. You know, not every day is perfect, but that's just life. So I'm not gonna be, you know, fake with you guys and say like, oh, I've had sunshine and daisies every single day that I've been here, because there have been some low days where, you know, I've missed my friends and my family, and where I've gotten homesick, or where I've just felt like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? But those things pass, because you wake up and you realize, I'm here at Walt Disney World, I am getting this opportunity, and it's only for 6 months. So even if you have more bad days than good ones, at least you can stick it out, because it's only for a limited time. And, you know, just the idea that I can go to my favorite place, or just make people happy, or just feel productive in my job, that's what keeps me going. And I encourage all of you at least to give it a try if you're interested, because there's really nothing bad that could happen. So that's my little video for you guys, just kind of going over this 1 month thing. I'm sorry this was really casual. I'm literally still in my work clothes, and again, that kind of goes into like the time that you're gonna have. I haven't had the time to really like sit down and make as many videos and stuff that I wanted to, just because, you know, you're either working, or then you're going out with friends, and then you have schoolwork and all this other stuff. But you know, you make time for the things that you want to do. So I appreciate you all. I hope that this video was somewhat helpful and that you learned something. Let me know if you want more in-depth videos, or like a day in the life, or a week in the life, or something like that. Somebody just walked by and I waved to them. We love Flamingo Crossing. But what was I even saying? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I'm sorry for the non-formality of this, but I just kind of wanted to have a conversation with you all. Let me know if you have any more questions. Drop them in the comments down below. I'm doing the Disney point. Oh god, it's ingrained. That's another thing. once a cast member, always a cast member. These things are ingrained in your brain. You're gonna want to say happy birthday to every single person with a happy birthday pin on when you're on your days off. You're gonna want to pick up trash wherever it is. Like, oh my gosh, it's such a problem. I see a popcorn spill and it just hurts my soul, and I just want to grab a broom and dustpan and sweep it up. It's a problem, guys, and you're gonna do the 2-finger point forever. I'm just telling you that. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful night, and remember, adventure starts with you. Bye.